Day game. In this video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about how to do day game in a way that is not creepy or weird. We're going to answer the following questions. Should you even be doing day game? What's the right way to do day game? And most importantly, what's the wrong way to do day game? We will define day game as talking to beautiful women during the daytime as they're randomly going about their day. In case you don't know me, this is my girlfriend. Here are some clients I've helped. I have over 13 million views on YouTube. I've been a dating coach for over 12 years. And I've personally been inside the game for over 20 years, approaching hundreds of women and learning the game firsthand. Everything I tell you, I speak from firsthand experience, and you better believe that I walk my talk. So what I'm about to tell you is no bullshit, field-tested and proven concepts regarding day game. So first, let me start with my story. When I wanted to go out and do day game, here's how I first went about it. I thought to myself, okay, there are beautiful women in this city. I was in Vancouver at the time. And I'm like, there are so many beautiful girls in this city. If I just start approaching them, I'm going to end up with a beautiful girlfriend for sure. So my logic was, okay, if I just go out and approach dozens of women every day, then this is going to solve my women problem and I'm going to be dating the hottest women. Now, although this logic seemed sound, what I experienced when I went out was that reality was different than what I expected. So the first thing I experienced when going out, especially to approach beautiful women in downtown Vancouver, was I instantly felt like a creep and a weirdo. And I felt like I was this sneaky pickup artist who secretly infiltrated the streets of Vancouver with the evil mission to creep on women. So obviously this was a terrible feeling that filled me inside. And because I felt that way, it messed up my energy. So I started approaching beautiful women, but they could feel like my energy was off. So the interactions really weren't going well at all. Additionally, it was not fun at all because it just felt really icky and weird and bad. So the first discovery I made from day game was that when a man goes out with the sole intention of approaching beautiful women, he's gonna feel weird and creepy, and it's just not gonna work because it's gonna just feel bad, and you're just gonna feel like this secret pickup artist that infiltrated the streets. And you know, these days there are cameras everywhere. There's all this harassment stuff happening. So as a man, you really feel like not safe, and you're like, oh, what if somebody like reports me or says that I'm harassing them? Or what if cameras show that I just approached 12 women on this street and then I get into trouble? So it's really a bad feeling that you just don't want to experience. So I went back to the drawing board. I asked myself, okay, how can I do day game in a way that doesn't cause me to feel like a creepy weirdo who infiltrated the city and is afraid of being, accused with harassment or whatever? So the first discovery and adjustment I made was the following. I cannot go out just to pick up women because that's going to make me feel very weird. What I have to do instead is I have to go about my life, and as I'm going throughout my day doing things that I would do anyways, I will talk to women during going through my day. Okay, so what you want to do for day game isn't to just like dress up and be like, oh, I'm going to go out and approach 10 women. No, don't do that. You're going to feel like terrible. Instead, plan out your day. Say, okay, well, I need to go get some groceries. I need to go get some gas. I need to go to this bookstore to buy some stuff and so forth. Okay, I need to go get some coffee, whatever. And then have the intention that, okay, while I'm doing these activities that I'm going to be doing anyways, I'm going to have the intention, I'm going to have my eyes open. And when there are opportunities with cute girls, I'm going to then take those opportunities and talk to cute women as I go throughout my day. So once I made that adjustment, all those former terrible feelings went away, because now I'm like, I'm not just going out just to pick up women. I'm going about my day and being a social guy as I go throughout my day. Now, if you're going to have the objection, oh, Jad, I don't really have a lot of things to do, or I don't usually go throughout the day to different locations. Okay, fine. Change your lifestyle a bit. I went to clothing stores that I didn't have to and pretended to need to buy clothes so that the girls can come and help me pick up clothes, and then I would strike up conversations with sales reps. I would go to a coffee shop, even though I didn't usually go to a coffee shop, order a coffee, chat up the baristas. So you need to create your opportunities. So maybe you didn't usually go to coffee shops, you didn't usually go to the mall, you didn't usually go to clothing stores. Well, start going to those places, and then while you're inside, talk to the women that are working there and strike up conversations with them. The next tip is don't try to pick up women instantly when you talk to them during the daytime. Instead, be a regular, normal guy. What I say to guys is this: one of the most underrated skills of being a great seducer is your ability to just act like a normal, regular dude around hot women. So, for the barista, for example, you don't want to be like, hey, oh yeah, oh, you're looking good, blah. Like, don't put on that, like, pick up persona or try to game her. Just be like, hey, how's your day going? Oh, has it been busy? Oh, those are pretty cool earrings. Those are unique. Where are those from? And you just start talking to her like a normal guy, okay? You need to start practicing being a normal dude, talking to hot women, and not trying to instantly pick them up. You guys are playing the game too fast. In your mind, you're like, oh, I like her, I want her. And then you start from that phase of, oh, I already like you. Let's see if I can pick you up. No. You're skipping phases. She's not there yet. She's not at that phase. She's at the phase of, I don't know you, you're a stranger. So when you're talking to women during the daytime, you start with more indirect stuff and just generally see if you can build a connection. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, that's an interesting shirt. How's your day been? That kind of stuff. And here's why: because you want to take the temperature of the woman you're talking to. So think of it like you're kind of like throwing out bait, right? So if you're starting a conversation with the girl, let's say the sales rep, and you're like, oh, so has it been busy today or this or that? And you feel her energy, you feel her response. Is she open to talking? Is she not? So think of it like green light, red light, green light, red light. Throw something out. Does she give you a green light? Okay, fine. Take the next step. Does she give you another green light? Okay, fine. Take the next step. Another green light? Okay, fine. Red light? Okay. You end the interaction, right? So my wingman and best friend, Stefan, is one of the best guys I've seen in day game. And he would do this perfectly. So we would be taking the ferry, we would be at the park, we would be outside of a restaurant, next to the sidewalk, and there's some girls there. And he would just strike up conversations with them. But again, he was just being a normal, regular dude, not trying to like hit them with any pickup lines or techniques. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, what are you guys up to? Blah, blah, blah. And just step by step, he would say something, then see how receptive they were. And then he would say something again and see how receptive they were. And then it would escalate naturally, step by step, without him having to push the interaction or do anything creepy or weird. He was basically building rapport, building connection, step by step by step, by being regular and normal. You see, this is what happens when you're just being regular and normal and talking to a girl during day game. She's examining what's happening, right? And if she's like, oh, look, this guy isn't like trying to quickly close the deal. He isn't trying to do anything weird or pick-up-y. He's just having a conversation. And then, let's see. Look, I've been talking to this guy literally for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. He's still cool. He's still chill. He's still metaphorically kind of like just leaned back and just talking to me, but not trying to like do anything or trying to get anything. And then when they see that, again, Stefan was great at this. I would watch him talking to these girls because he was actually better at day game than I was. So I would observe, and you would see the girls open. And then after, a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on the situation, how long he was talking to them, they would open up. And then the natural next step would be for him to be like, oh yeah, you know what? It's actually cool talking to you. Hey, let's connect on Instagram, right? And then the transition of getting her contact details was very natural because it was the natural next logical step. If you and I are having a great conversation, it's very natural for me to then say, oh yeah, hey, let's connect. Maybe we'll talk more in the future. That's very natural. So notice, it's not like, hey, let me get your Instagram so we can go on a date sometime. It's not like that. It's just like, hey, we're having a good connection. Let's connect so that maybe we can have, we can continue this connection, right? That's an important distinction. Don't ask girls out. That's like cornering them and forcing them to make a decision. Women hate having to make a decision. You keep it open-ended, you keep it casual, and here's an important distinction. Do you know why a lot of girls ghost you after you get their contact details? It's because you got their contact details too fast. If you get her contact details before connecting with her, then when you contact her, she's going to ghost you. First, you have to build connection to the point where the next logical step is for you two to exchange contact details. And then if you contact her, that's when she's actually going to answer. So here's another very important rule. Here's another important rule regarding day game. You need to dress to the nines, meaning you have to be the best dressed you could possibly be, the best groomed. You got to smell good. Why? Because women's biggest need is the need to feel safe. The better dressed you are and the better groomed you are, the safer she's going to feel, because it tells her you are a high status male and you're not just some bum randomly approaching her. Men greatly underestimate the importance presentation has on how women respond to you. I did a little experiment. What I did was I started walking around downtown Vancouver in a tailored suit, okay? A custom tailored suit that fit me perfectly. And I wanted to see how women would respond differently to me now that I was dressed to the nines and obviously groomed. Well, a funny thing happened was that when I was walking around, women, beautiful women, started randomly smiling at me, saying hi to me. And the thing that surprised me most was I was at a crosswalk waiting for the light. And then a gorgeous girl on a bicycle was coming this way. And she looked at me, she smiled, and she said hi. And then she kept going. And I'm like, that's crazy, right? Like, when are hot girls just randomly smiling and saying hi to me? Obviously, honestly, never. But when I was dressed to the nines, women started noticing me and feeling very safe around me. And then when I started approaching women dressed like this, I would get more compliments. They would be more open and receptive. And basically, a guy dressed in a tailored suit screams, I am very safe. Now, I'm not telling you to dress in a suit or even a tailored suit, okay? That was just an experiment, but the experiment demonstrates something very important. Though when you're very well dressed, women respond more positively. So I did other experiments where I'm just dressed really nicely, not in a suit or anything, but just dressed really nicely. It makes a very big difference. So don't do day game if you're a slob or sloppy or you have old shoes or anything like that. You should be dressed to the nines, looking fresh, looking high status, head to toe, fresh cut, fresh groomed, everything tight. Okay, the next mindset that's very important for day game is don't go out there trying to get something. When I first started doing day game, one thing that stopped me was the amount of guilt that I felt every time I wanted to talk to a woman. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be interrupting her. I'm going to be disrupting her. I'm trying to take something from her. So I feel guilty. And then that's really what stopped me, right? So again, I went back to the drawing board. I said, okay, what's stopping me? What's stopping me is that I believe I'm doing something harmful towards women. Obviously, that's going to stop me. Okay, so how can I look at this differently to where I think that I'm actually doing something good for her? Then I came up with, okay, well, my intention is to go out and make women's lives better. I'm going to go out and give beautiful women a gift and not ask anything in return. What does this mean? This means my evil secret mission was to go out there and make the barista feel seen and beautiful, make her smile, make the girl walking down the street dressed really nice, stop her, give her a compliment, make her feel beautiful and seen, and send her on her way. So the shift I made is I stopped trying to pick up the girls and get their numbers. And instead, I just went out there and gave them love, gave them attention, gave them compliments, made them feel seen, made them feel beautiful. And then that, like the guilt went away, because now I looked at myself as a gift. I'm like, oh, I'm going to walk up to that girl, surprise her, make her day, and walk away. Right? So I would stop girls on the sidewalk, say, hey, excuse me, I just wanted to stop you. I just wanted to thank you. You look absolutely gorgeous in that dress. You just made my day. Right? And then she'll be like, oh, wow. Right? And I'll be like, have a good day, and walk away. Right? So I wouldn't even try to close the deal. Similarly, with girls that are working, waitress, hostess, barista, sales rep, cashier, whatever, and just start dropping gifts, dropping gifts, dropping gifts. So what you do is you just go around dropping gifts, dropping gifts, dropping gifts, and you're going to find so much positive feedback. Why? Because you have the intention to give something. You're not going there trying to take something. And so they open up. And another thing is, with most of these girls, I would walk away. Now you're saying, whoa, Jad, how am I going to get girls if I just compliment them and walk away, if I just make them feel good and walk away? You need to understand the law of indirect return. This is something I learned from Napoleon Hill, the author of the book Think and Grow Rich. The law of indirect return states the following. Very often in life, the reward you get doesn't come from the same place you put in all the work. So, in this game, you're going to go out there and give 10 times what you want to receive. You put out a lot of good to a lot of women, and then it's not necessarily that you're going to pick up any of these women, but because you put out all this good here, you're going to get this woman. So I went out, started approaching women, talking to women, giving gifts to women, making them feel good, making them feel special. And then eventually that came back and I got women either directly or indirectly. So to explain this in a different way, you're going to go out there, you're going to give gifts to all these women, and then most of the women, you're just going to be like, okay, have a good day, see you later, whatever. But some women, you're going to see in their eyes and in their nonverbals that they want you to continue. They want you to ask them out. And that's when I'll take it to the next level, right? Another side note is maybe I make the barista feel beautiful today, and then I make some small talk with her tomorrow. And then, I just make some small talk, give her some compliments for the next few weeks. And then after that, now that she kind of knows me and now she's giving me signs, then I finally get her Instagram like 2 weeks down the line. So once again, you guys are playing the game too fast. You got to slow it down and play the long game wherever possible. Now, what if you meet a girl, she's at the bus stop, you talk to her, you're never going to see her again. Sure, take your shot if she's like your ultimate dream girl and you're like, this is my ultimate dream girl, let me just take a shot. Okay, fine. But here's another thing you need to understand about day game. Day game is inherently a low percentage game. Most of the girls, when you especially, you just met her and then you're just trying to close the deal, most of those won't work out. It's not because of you. That's just the way the game is. Beautiful, quality women do not want to be picked up on the street. They need a lot of security and they just met you. You're just some guy on the street. So the percentage of success of actually closing that girl and making her your girlfriend are actually very slim. But here's what I tell you. If the girl's just like, average, and you're like, whatever, it's better to probably just walk away if she's not clearly giving you signs that she wants you to ask her out. But if the girl is drop dead gorgeous and you're like, wow, I would die just to be with this girl, take a shot. But just know that it's like a 1 in 1,000, it's a low percentage. But if you want to take the shot, fine, take the shot. But it's still kind of a shot in the dark if you literally just approached her right now and you're trying to close the deal. Now, some of you may be protesting and saying, oh, Jad, you know what? Actually, what you're saying isn't true. I see these hidden camera pickup guys on YouTube and they're always getting girls' numbers, blah, blah. Hold up, dog. I've been a dating coach for over 12 years. I've been in this industry for over 12 years. I see behind the curtain. These guys doing these hidden camera pickup videos, supposedly collecting all these numbers or Instagrams. Sure, the girls give them the number, but you're not seeing that in the back end, those guys aren't closing a majority of those women, okay? I'm talking about closing it. Sure, any monkey can get a bunch of numbers. Women will give you numbers to get rid of you, to be polite because they're, too shy to say no, or, they're giving you a fake number. but what's happening in the back end, how many of those are actually being closed, meaning becoming a girlfriend or a casual sexual partner? Very tiny amount. Don't be fooled, bro. Don't let them fool you. The next tip is talk to everyone. You want to be more relaxed talking to women during the daytime? Talk to everyone. Talk to the grandma, talk to the truck driver, talk to the guy, talk to the woman, talk to everyone, and talk to the hot girls. When you're going around your life just talking to everyone, you get what I call social momentum. Once you have social momentum, it becomes easier and easier to talk to more people and more natural when it comes to talking to the beautiful woman. Versus you talk to 0 people and then you go from 0 to talking to a really hot girl. Well, you can see how you're not as warmed up if you just do that. So to be good at day game is actually to go around talking to everybody. Back to the master Stefan, he talks to everybody. That's why he's so good. So as you see, this topic goes deep. You can hire me by clicking the link in the bio or on my channel page, and I can coach you to attract and date the women you truly want. But if you follow what I taught you in this video, you can get started and do pretty well. My final tip for you is this: just be a normal, regular, authentic dude while you're talking to women. That's the most underrated secret of being a great seducer. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I have hundreds of videos on how to seduce women through complete integrity. My name is Jad T. Jones. Thanks for watching.